bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! Hello everybody, my name's Denunci, and today we're going through what GreedFall is and how you play it. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for similar content. Without further ado, let's do it! Here are the top 6 things you need to know about GreedFall. And I can warn you, things are about to get dicey! Number 1. Game Introduction, Story, and Setting. GreedFall is an action RPG developed by Spiders, published by Focus Home Interactive, and released on September 10, 2019. Spiders is a French development studio most known for some AA RPGs such as Mars War Slogs, Bound by Flame, and The Technomancer. Here, you play as the Sardet, a legate or diplomat tasked with ensuring the development of your nation's newest colony, New Serene, on the Isle of Teer Fradee by nurturing relations with the local tribes and discovering a possible cure for a mysterious plague that haunts your nation. The game's setting draws heavily from both 17th century England as well as many common fantasy tropes, most prevalent of which are the game's numerous and fashionable hats, coats, and flintlock pistols. Number 2. Factions. The world of GreedFall has several factions, each with their own sets of beliefs and ideas. When coming across these, it is important to be mindful of the decisions and the companions you bring along, as siding with one faction doesn't necessarily bode well for the other. Here is an overview of each of the 6 factions in the game. The Congregation of Merchants are traders in search for treasure and business opportunities to further expand their riches and power. Your character, the Sardet's family, is part of the congregation. The Laime is a religious organization with a strong affinity towards magic. They believe in converting people to their religion. Siding with them will help your magical abilities. The Bridge Alliance is made up of scholars who believe that scientific discoveries provide answers to everything. Siding with a religious or magical faction may lessen the strength of your relationship with this alliance. The Teer Fradee natives are those who have a deep connection with nature and elemental magic. They intend to live in peace and harmony without the need to involve themselves with the other factions. The Coin Guard are mercenaries, hired for their excellent services as assassins, bodyguards, or combat instructors. The Naughts are sailors who excel in navigating the vast reach of the high sea. Number 3. The Character. Since here you play as a named character coming from a prominent family, you cannot change your name. However, everything else about the legate can be customized, including fully changing your gender and appearance. Once you're satisfied with your looks, the game will let you select one of 3 predetermined starting builds. You can start by specializing in one of the following skill lines: Warrior, Technical, or Magic. Warrior is your standard fighting class, making you adept in light or heavy weaponry and various firearms. The Technical skill line is somewhat similar to a Rogue or Trapper class. Your focus here would be light weaponry like daggers and rapiers, traps, firearms, and other alchemical bombs. Lastly, Magic focuses on, of course, magic. Here, you will have access to magical bolts for your main attacks, a stasis ability to disable foes, and heavy weapons to support you once you run out of mana. These are not set in stone, as you will regain memory crystals that will allow you to respect your skills. Aside from these skills, your character can grow their attributes and talents every few levels. Strength increases your armor damage done and the chance to stun enemies. Agility increases melee damage, and Fury, a mechanic that's used for more powerful blows. Endurance helps increase your maximum health and balance. Accuracy maximizes your damage with firearms and the damage they do to armor. Mental power is similar to agility but for magic damage. Willpower increases your mana and duration for any spell effects that you cast. Lastly, you also gain talents. Talents are out-of-combat abilities that let you interact with the world in different ways or supplement your character and their party with some bonuses. Vigor allows your character to take shortcuts or alternate routes in the game world by letting you successfully jump over obstacles. It also adds to your maximum ammo capacity and eventually your overall carrying capacity, and gives you the ability to regenerate health and mana outside of combat. Craftsmanship talents unlock the feature to craft upgrades for your equipment or recycle gear for parts. Intuition increases the radius at which you see gathering nodes, discover map locations, and gives you contextual dialogue options. Lockpicking lets you open chests and avoid or recover enemy traps. Science gives the Sardet the ability to blow up weakened walls or rock formations with alchemical mixtures, revealing different passageways or alternate routes to certain ingredients. It also allows the mixing of herbs and ingredients to create potions. Charisma gives you additional dialogue options with NPCs and increases your allies' combat effectiveness. Number 4. Combat. GreedFall is a real-time action RPG that is quick by default, but it also uses a tactical pause feature so you can get a better look at the battlefield and make better combat decisions. You can use this breather to fire off your abilities one by one. You have access to a wide array of weapons and magic, swords, hammers, maces, axes, rifles, pistols, and magical bolts, to name a few. You can swap between two different weapons during fights to give you more flexibility. Heavier weapons and firearms primarily do damage to an enemy's armor, something you'll need to whittle down before you can start doing real damage. Magic, on the other hand, bypasses armor entirely, but the downside of this is that mana easily runs out, especially during the early game. Traps can deal damage to a large area as long as an enemy steps on them. Potions give you beneficial effects like armor regeneration or elemental resistances, aside from the usual health and mana recovery effects. GreedFall also makes use of another stat, balance, to determine how likely you are to resist stunning or knockdown effects. The game also has a heavy emphasis on damage mitigation and gives you the option to do a bit of sidestep to avoid enemy damage. Later on, this can be upgraded into a sort of blink ability if you invest in magic skills, or into a roll dodge if you focus on warrior skill. You can also parry incoming blows if you can get the timing just right. While you damage your enemies enough, you also accumulate fury that enables the use of stronger, more devastating attacks. Number 5. Crafting. What kind of RPG would GreedFall be without a sort of crafting system? The game boasts a very flexible crafting table available at your home base in every city, as well as at your campsites out in the wilderness. Since you are not a seasoned blacksmith, it would be unrealistic for GreedFall to allow the creation of weapons and armor out of scratch. Instead, you can create augmentations for any weapon or armor piece that you find to further customize said piece for the stats that you are missing. For example, you have a chest armor with available customization slots. You can add gorgets, collars, protections, or chin straps to make changes to your armor to balance your stats. Each piece gives off a unique look to your armor depending on the upgrade type. These augmentations make use of the craftsmanship talent. Aside from armor pieces, you also have the science talents. These allow you to create various beneficial potions, exploding throwable items, or ammunition for your guns. You can also craft some quest items that you would otherwise need to find or buy in the game world. Number 6. Companions. Through multiple adventures, you will encounter certain NPCs who can be recruited as your companions. These companions play an important role because helping and tending to their needs will not only increase your reputation with them, but it also unlocks more side quests which you wouldn't otherwise get. It's important to note that they have unique skills, and while you can change their weapons and armor, you cannot customize their skills nor attributes. At most, only 2 companions can join you, so it's essential to establish your playstyle early on. It is also possible to have romantic relationships with them. There are a total of 5 companions, namely Kurt, Vasco, Siora, Petrus, and Afra, scattered across different locations. Kurt, one of the Coin Guard faction members, and the person who teaches you the combat basics, is your first companion. He is very useful in frontline combat due to his heavy armor and proficient melee skills. As for the rest of the companions, we leave it up to you to explore where they are and what they do. Well, that's it for now. I am still finishing the game, so a full review of GreedFall will come later on. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, sharing and subscribing to the channel helps us a lot. Giving us a follow on Twitter or joining our Discord will also help us immensely. Again, thanks for watching and have a great week ahead.